I'll get it for you. Don't touch that. Don't, no, not on your skin. I'll do it for you. Come on, thanks. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. You're welcome, babe. Oh, thank you for being you. Okay, I can't. Huh? I try to make all her stuff, but you know me, I live in the kitchen with her. But when we traveling, made good. Good made. Okay. Okay. How many you want? 0?
0.
0! You want 0?
0.
What's 0? It's nothing.
0.
Okay, go.
There we go.
Oh,
A little 0.
this is a little 0? Oh.
Yes.
Okay, here you go.
1.
Okay, fine. 2, okay?
Yes. 2.
All right, that's it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. On today's episode of No Longer Being Ugly, trying to be cute up in this life, you know what I'm saying? So you know how there's been those videos going around about... Do I know how to do this at the same time? Because I actually am trying to get ready at the same time and record. But like, I feel like I'm drawing a blank. Like the mom brain is real. It's like you start something and then you go, you glitch. It's a glitch. So will I be able to keep my train of thought in this video? I've had this for so long. Any hooty hoo. So these videos have been going around about losing your sparkle as a mother. Now, as someone whose motherhood journey has been all kinds of ghetto, like I'm talking undesirably ghetto, from, you know, relationship abuse, hospital abuse, like financially losing it, like breastfeeding struggle, C-section, like everything undesirable, deadbeat baby daddy, like turning on me, like everything that you could think of that is undesirable about a motherhood journey, I have experienced. So it's like, I get it, that feeling. I relate 1000% to the feeling motherhood, like making you feel like you lost it all. Oh, I was recording. Hey girl. Yeah, it's recording right now. Come on in. Come on in. We have a guest right now, y'all. Okay, as I was saying, as somebody whose journey into motherhood was really, really disgusting and ghetto, I completely understand. Okay, so basically what I'm talking about is, you know those videos? Here she comes. Look at yeah. You know those videos that are going around losing your hinge, like losing your sparkle after becoming a mom, and this, you go from being amazing to looking like crap after your baby kind of thing, right? So what I was trying to say is, as somebody whose transition into motherhood was like all the kinds of ghetto that you could think of, I understand that. But I've also realized, like, I think we just keep blaming motherhood versus like the contributing factors, like the way that our society is actually set up. Yeah. It's not set up for us to succeed as mothers at all. It actually makes everything about motherhood hard, challenging, and extremely ghetto, because we don't have, it's not like, it's community, it's the support systems, it's the actual structure of our societies. Like the small details, like every time you go into the bathrooms, they're not really being even like little sinks for the toddlers, which you see at some places, but you don't see everywhere. Like the fact that mothers, especially in America, can't even, like, what is mat leave? What is 6 weeks? What is 8 weeks? Like, these expectations don't make any sense. Childcare being expensive, finding babies, everything. It's like all of these factors are actually the reason that we lose it. And I think naturally, yes, your body does take a toll throughout this process. But if we were raised to understand this process ahead of time, not fear it, to have more of a gentle perspective with ourselves and those around us, what would happen? Baby, we would be proud of the body yada yada postpartum at first. We would be walking around like, yes, you know, I just gave birth. I just created a life, and I'm okay with this being a byproduct, because it would be normalized and almost glorified if our mindset around it was different. So I say all this to say, motherhood really isn't the problem. It's not the fact that I have to care for my child or be extremely patient, because the patience levels are just crazy and different. But it's the fact that we don't have the support that we need. And it literally turns something so beautiful into something super ghetto, super unmanageable a lot of times, and very undesirable. Younger girls now are just like, I don't even want kids. I get it. If we had better systems in place to support mothers, to support parents, to stop isolating them out of society, to feel like you can't do anything. Like in Europe, they literally have bars and a park. Because the reality is, once you have a child, you don't want to stop completely living or socializing with your friends or doing stuff or have to find childcare every time you want to do something. If every single gym had childcare, as long as the hours of the gym are open, childcare was involved, those postpartum bodies, guess what would happen? Trust me, we would be able to do it in a more supported way. It comes down to so many things. There are policies in place to make sure that every single person had child care, affordable child care. No matter how much money you make, we should be able to afford child care and not closing at 5:30 when you just finished work at 5. So there's no time. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Especially for a single parent, right? Like, you go to work all day, you then have to take care of your child, but you don't have any help then to cook their food and prepare the meals and the laundry and all the invisible tasks that go into that process. Childcare is only in place so that you can just work. It's only hours that you can just work. Because for me, when the weekend comes, it's not a break. It's not a break at all. And again, I don't blame being a mother. I blame society, because we act like having children isn't a natural progression in life. Like, that's not what we were designed literally to do. We actually look at that statement as like offensive nowadays. Like, I'm not just a mom. I wasn't just made for this. Yes, we get it. You weren't just made for this, but on a very basic scientific level, anatomy, we were made to procreate. This is a part of what we do. Why do we keep acting like it has to just be this entire burden, or like it's not happening? It should be literally ingrained into everything that we're doing in terms of a society and the flow of things. Like, again, from public restrooms to social gathering places to malls to grocery stores, all these things need to think about it. Just how do we make parents' lives easier? This is literally one of the highest tasks we could be granted. I'm not gonna say it's one of the highest. It is the highest, because everything else actually doesn't matter if there's no humans to support that thing. Highest job. It's the highest task with zero pay and little to no systems in place for the person performing that task to succeed. Make it make sense. That's my 2 cents. What's wrong? And it's not just women, right? Men need to be trained on this process from the beginning, just like we do, so that the support can be present. So it's normalized for men to show up in a high way, in a way that women actually need. Women would understand what they need more if we were actually having these conversations in kindergarten, right? That unhinged sparkle that you lost, it wasn't motherhood. It was the neglect from your partner that actually caused it. And not to place the blame, but baby, your postpartum depression is like directly related and correlated to the person that you had a child with. There's no way to sugarcoat that. We are the most vulnerable while we're pregnant. We're the most vulnerable while we're experiencing postpartum. And I'm not saying, you can't still feel sad or have these feelings even with a phenomenal partner, but there are ranges to this. There are levels to this. And if your partner is trash, we're gonna say what it is. If your partner's trash, you are going to experience it and feel it a lot harder. And it's going to feel like you are carrying the weight of the world. You are gonna feel like you cannot do this, as I did. And you keep blaming yourself. But it's not just a you problem. It takes more than one person to create a child. Therefore, it requires more than one person. And not just that, ancestors before us. For that child to even get here, you know how many people it took to make you to get you here. It's the same thing. We need all the support. Grandparents, aunties, uncles. I'm in my season right now of reimagining the village, which means I'm leaning on my people like I've never done before, because I am learning to ask for help and get better at that. But yeah, let me continue getting ready, y'all. But yes, let's stop blaming motherhood and let's start actually looking at what's around us and the problems that need to be fixed so that we can support motherhood, the highest responsibility of all time, which is raising human beings.